Phosphor Dot friends. I hope your attention is riveted to this game. We're going to play Frogger from 1981. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, dude, we have played so much Frogger on Phosphor Dot Fossils, and that is not incorrect. However, we haven't played the original, which is kind of astonishing. And so I actually went through a list a while back of games that we've covered ports of, but not the original. And it's a big list, somewhat to my embarrassment. So we are going to pluck our magic twanger here and play some Frogger. As it was released in 1981, the game was developed by Konami, but Sega actually released it, and of course in the US it came out under the Sega Gremlin banner. So if you're wondering why this game has been showing up on Konami arcade collections forever, that's why. It's because the IP actually rests with Konami. Lady Frog? Oh, no Lady Frog. Lady Frog? No? Alright, well, you had your chance. And so did I, and I'm running out of time. There's a Lady Frog. Oh no! Well, that's pretty much what anyone gets for dating me. That got dark real quick. That can be read a variety of less than savory ways. Forget I said that. Obviously, you have a limited amount of time to get across. I will say that vroom, Turbo Turtles. Compared to virtually any home console port, any clone that has ever shown up on a computer or a console, the control response on the arcade game is perfect. It could not be better. And really, as game design goes, it is so well balanced. Ooh, got a snack. In addition to all of the ports and clones of this game that we have covered here on this channel, it's important to note that Frogger cast a huge pop culture footprint. It was a very hot game, and really maybe just a notch below Pac-Man in that regard. It's entirely possible that had Pac-Man not happened, or had Pac-Man not caught on, this would have. There were cartoons, there were dead frogs, as far as the eye can see. There were puffy stickers. There were rub-on transfer stickers, which I think Colorforms made. And the funny thing is, there's no story here. It's just, you're trying to get across the road, you're trying to get home before time runs out. I mean, it's just, it's It's an analogy for life. It's an allegory. But there is no offensive action you can take in this game. You have no recourse against the drivers of those cars, against the turtles, against the logs, against the crocodiles, against the snakes, against your own occasional navigational ineptitude. You have no recourse against the clock. There's nothing you can do to add time to the clock. You're helpless in this game. And I think on some level that is why it caught on. Because, for one thing, it's non-violent. It's as non-violent as... Lots of violent things happen to you if you're incapable of evading everything that you should evade. But you are capable of mounting no defense whatsoever against anything. All you can do is dodge. All you can do is run. And, you know, without trying to make it sound like I'm doing some sort of, you know, collegiate level literary analysis of Frogger. You know, I'm not doing mission log Frogger here. I think that resonates with people more than anyone expected it to. It makes for a good game. You know, it's such an easy thing that even if you do badly at it, you're thinking, okay, I see now what I did wrong there. I'm going to go back and try again. As I do so often. But it did catch on, and so you had Puffy stickers. It had a cartoon. There was a Frogger cartoon in Saturday Supercade, where suddenly there had to be some kind of story, and so they decided that Frogger was a hard-nosed newspaper reporter. So, you know, Kolchak the Frog Stalker. There was a song on the Pac-Man Fever album by Buckner and Garcia, singing the praises of this game. Whoa! Oh, hi. How you doing? And once it got into the console world, there were endless sequels and adaptations and attempts to bolt new gameplay elements onto it. I mean, it famously came back in the 90s on the PlayStation 1 and the PC. And was ridiculously popular, even though they had tried to set it in a 3D world, you know, meaning that you now had to navigate, you know, not only the width and the length of the screen, but also the depth of a landscape, which didn't help it, but it didn't especially hurt it either. And it was copied in so many forms. Remember, there's a game on the TI-99 4A called The Princess and the Frog. It's basically just Frogger. Oh, I almost got eaten there by... There's a crocodile in that grotto. Oh, did I acquire a friend there? Uh-oh. Oh, crap. I so seldom actually run out of time in the game, it's embarrassing when it happens. And of course, we all know that Frogger death sound. Knowledge of how to imitate the Frogger death sound is actually a plot point in a novel called Lucky Wander Boy that was written by D.B. Weiss, who now everyone knows as one of the showrunners of Game of Thrones. Which, depending on what you thought of the finale of the television version of that, may influence how much you like the work of D.B. Weiss. Actually, that novel is my favorite work of his, to be quite honest. It's getting a little too dangerous to worry over much about whether or not I've got a companion. And of course now we have snakes at mid-screen. And that really forces a whole new dynamic on what you do there, how much time you spend there. We have the otters. Oh no! Sorry, Frog! But still, I'm number 1, all others are number 2 or lower. And the same can be said of Frogger. I mean, this really is one for the ages. It's such a well thought out game, it's such a well balanced game, and amazingly non-violent from the player's perspective. Lots of things can happen to you, there is nothing you can do about them, except be faster next time.